It's a mess, but nothing I can do about it, I guess.
True.
I have to sit and think out, I suppose. Alrighty, my dear. So, how have things been?
A little better, I guess.
What's that mean?
He's still refusing to help Grandma out.
Really?
Yeah. I've been doing a lot more. My brother just turned 13.
Wow.
So there's officially 2 teenagers in the house, and it's driving me a little insane. We'll ask him just to do a simple little thing like pick up a piece of paper, and he'll start to yell at Grandma for it. I'm like...
So your 13-year-old brother's yelling at your grandma about it? Because she's asking him to
She'll
pick up
just
after
go,
himself.
can you please pick up this, or can you please throw away your trash? I'm like, dude, come on.
What's your dad say?
He lost his allowance for a week already.
That'll do it.
I've been getting his money too.
Money's an incentive, isn't it?
I'm getting $10 so far. It's
A week?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's awesome.
Yeah. And he lost his, but maybe when he realizes he would like some money, he'll start
he
changing
will.
his attitude. Yeah.
We have our debit cards, and he's almost out of money, and he just keeps spending and spending and spending, where I just keep saving it.
You're a smart girl. Logan, my son, he saved up all his little birthday money, and I don't know how he did it, but he did it. He saved up, he had $200 to put toward his Wii U at Christmas time.
Dang.
And I was like, I'm impressed. Now, Emily, as women, we tend to spend it. So Emily doesn't keep her money long, but Logan's a saver. So that's a smart thing, because then when you're ready to buy something, and it means a lot to you because you've saved your own money for it.
I did that
That's
when I was
awesome.
younger. I got $20 from my birthday, and I really wanted this little ball.
Mm-hmm.
And my stepdad, he took me to the store, and it was only $8. I bought it, and I was just like so happy.
Yeah, that was your own money.
Yeah.
Things mean more to you. I think that we've got to a point that and I see it in my own children, that we buy things because we want our kids to have stuff, but then people aren't understanding. You don't value anything because you haven't had to earn it on your own. So I think that's great for you. Hey, your brother's lost. Pick up his slack. Get his money too.
It's funny.
That would really be an incentive if your dad started giving his money to you. Not only did he lose it, but oh boy, that'd be a good one. He'd be mad then.
Oh yeah, he's getting ready to lose his PS3, and my dad said that if he does lose the PS3, I get both PS3s. My dad, he got me one for my birthday, and it's the newer kind of version.
Yeah.
He has the one where you gotta slide it open. I have the one where you push the button and the disc comes out. My dad said that if he loses it, that I would get it, and he told my brother, and he just looked at me with this evil look, and I'm like, it's not my fault.
Hey, you have choices to make.
Yeah.
But she's feeling better? Is she getting around any better or not?
She's using her wheelchair less and less. She's trying to use her walker. And my grandpa decided to spoil her and get her that little electric wheelchair that she refuses to use. She doesn't want to use it because she wants to try and walk around more so she can walk. And she likes to help me with my chores, and I just tell her, all right, fine, you can help me, but be careful, please.
I bet she appreciates you. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to help her.
Yeah. See, that's nice. A lot of people don't feel like that. You helping somebody as a chore, that makes you feel good. So I think that's awesome. So who's doing most of cooking?
Me or my dad.
Okay.
I like to help my dad when he's making meatloaf and stuff. We'll get together and we'll start cooking. We'll make it a little competition sometimes.
Nice.
It's really fun.
Yeah, I want somebody to compete with me because I'm sick of cooking. Emily likes to cook, but she's not really, she wants to help me. And I try to find my patience because I want to get it done really quick.
Yeah, my dad would do the same thing, so he decided to make it into a contest. Whoever makes it the quickest and tastes the best wins.
So you got to have quality and efficiency at the same time. That's
It's fun.
What else did I want to ask you? So, but Grandpa hasn't been helping. Now, is he still arguing with your brother? Or not too bad?
It's like almost every morning. My brother, he has a tendency to leave his bike in the front yard because usually when he gets home, he sits around for a little bit till his friends get out of school, and his friends come to this school. So he leaves his bike in the front yard. So when I get home, he just heads over to his friend's house, so he can hang out. But my grandpa just decides to argue with him to put his bike in the backyard. We tried explaining to my grandpa that he does that so he can get to his friend's house faster. Mm-hmm. He just doesn't seem to understand. He wants to throw a fit because last year my bike got stolen. I left it in the front yard, and my bike got stolen.
Yeah. I wonder, like, if he was to put it, like, do you have like a place on the side of the house that he could put it, or?
We have something in the front yard he could lock the bike up to, but he refuses to let Dalton do that.
Oh, he won't let him do that.
No, he says it's for the motorcycles. Only the motorcycles. And we're like, the motorcycles are never at the house. They're always over at his friend's house or something. And we just sit there quietly.
Well, and sometimes there's nothing you can say. It's his house.
Yeah.
But I got what you're saying. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but sometimes you just kind of have to go with it because it's his home. When I go to my mom's, if I lived with her, I'd have to go by her rules, although when she's at my house, yeah. A little different, but yeah. That's something. What else did I want to ask you? Dad's work is still going good.
Yeah.
And you guys, how long do you plan on staying, do you know, with your grandparents? Or you're not sure? It could be a while.
It might be a little while. We're trying to he wants to take us to Halloween Horror Nights next year, so he said we might be there till after Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay. This is already, we're almost to March, so March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not that, it'll go by quick, 8 months. I mean, it seems like a long time, but already the school year is almost over. Look how fast that went.
Yeah, that was like, I feel like yesterday was the first day.
I think the same thing. I'm like, gosh, we've already went August, September, October, November, December, January, and we're already 7 months school. We're down to a couple months and we're done.
Yeah.
In March, April, May. All right, I was going to ask you, I'm going to let you write it on paper. I'll let you write. Let me get myself another pen. Okay. So, these are things that I got the idea from somebody else. Oh gosh, these are such good ones because I don't know this stuff, Okay. You finish this sentence and you can just jot it down. Okay? It doesn't have to be, we're not looking for full sentences, okay? I would love someone to help me with.
Gosh.
Anything you'd like help with. It doesn't have to be school. I mean, just in general. Anything
I'm trying to think because I just get help everywhere. I just don't know.
So see? Some people normally help you out?
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll come back to that one then. Well, that's good though.
Yeah.
See, I have a hard time asking for help. My husband gets mad at me sometimes because I take it on myself and I do it, and then I get mad and I eventually explode. He's like, why didn't you just ask for help? And it's because I'm not good at asking for help.
And it's just like, I don't like asking for help. I'm kind of a do-it-myself kind of person.
That's it, and sometimes I have to learn.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, there's sometimes people who ask for help all the time. So you kind of have to find the right balance. I am afraid to... I think, what would I be afraid to do? I don't have too many fears, really. Fail. That one I don't like to fail. I give myself a hard time, so probably I'd be my own worst critic if I didn't do well at something. I'll write that for myself.
I don't like to mess up in chorus or miss things.
That you're in the chorus?
Yeah, I'm in chorus.
Yeah.
It's hard, like when I sing the wrong note or something,
Mhm.
it drives me crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're afraid to not do well in chorus then?
Yeah, I
Okay.
love chorus. I felt terrible when I missed the concert. My stepdad, he wasn't able to pick me up because my brother, was sick. And my dad was at work and he got home early, but he had to go get my grandfather. And he didn't get home till about dinner time.
Yeah.
I tried explaining to her and she said, you just try harder, but I can't really change your grade.
Oh, so you got great. You
Yeah.
lost the grade because you couldn't get there?
I am down 2 letter grades in chorus now. I have, I think, a C now.
So even if they were to write a note and say we just couldn't.
It sucked.
Yeah, that stinks.
Mm.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, these are the easy ones for you. I love to eat.
Everything.
Yeah, I can relate with that. What's your favorite meal? Like if you could go out to dinner anywhere, where would you go?
I would say sushi, but the last time I had sushi, I had this weird old stomach flu-like thing.
That kind of ruins it for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can't look at fish anymore.
Okay, so we'll move on from sushi. What else do you like?
I don't know. I love it all.
I know. It's almost a curse, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. How about I don't like it when?
My brother gives me attitude.
I can appreciate that one. Yeah. Still have a younger brother. But oh boy. Mm. So how about I wish someone would give me a gift box containing.
Gosh, I do this everybody will ask me what I want for Christmas, and I'll just go random things.
Random thing. Anything in particular?
I really am okay with anything. My little cousin, she gave me a Barbie doll for my birthday, and I'm like, thank you. And she'll come over every once in a while and we'll play.
Well, I still have my Barbies.
Some of my friends would make fun of me for it, then they kind of got used to it, and then they're just like, they join in with me now.
Exactly. So you're the brave soul. They know they like it, they just don't want to admit it. Gosh. Yeah, I still have mine. I mean, I don't really play with them, but I also don't want anybody else playing with them. I keep them put away. How about I cry when?
Gosh, there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
When I lose a pet.
That'll do it. Have you had a pet recently you lost, or has it been a while?
I lost one when I was probably 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Rocky. Best dog in the world. He was there with me since I was born. He was such an old dog. When we first got him, he was probably about a teenager. And he lived till I was like 13, 14. I was just destroyed.
When he passed away from just getting old.
We had to put him down because he could not move. He couldn't get up to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I found
What kind
my
of dog
dad.
was it?
He was pretty much a mutt, I guess. Mix of almost everything. He looked like a pit mixed with a rot, and I don't remember the other dog. He also had boxer in him.
Oh, but he was pretty.
He was beautiful.
We had a dog, a German Shepherd. We had to put her to sleep when she was 11. I think I was 20. Ooh, let me think about that. I was 23 when we put her to sleep. Maybe 24. But it was horrible. Same thing. I mean, she had arthritis in her little hips, and she couldn't hardly walk. And oddly enough, one day she was better. I don't know why. For months she was running around playing. We were like, okay. And then all of a sudden one day that was it. She just pulled herself out to the field to die. And she couldn't move. She couldn't get up. She went to the bathroom, and that was it. You know, so we put her to sleep.
Yeah,
Horrible.
Rocky. He just loved me, my brother. My brother, he would always say how Rocky loved me more because he would sleep in my room on my bed.
Mm-hmm.
And he would follow me and my brother everywhere. We were in the backyard, he was there with us. We were up in the tree, he was right underneath the tree with us. It was the best.
Yeah. It's hard to lose a pet.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually, my guinea pig, she's going to die soon. And she already had babies. That one was a
really?
surprise. We had just gotten her. She was probably about 4 weeks old. And she's just squeaking all night. So I asked my dad if I could sleep in the room with him.
Mm-hmm.
He says, yeah, I guess, but only because your guinea pig is squeaking like she is. Next morning, I go in there. I go, oh my gosh. I run out to the living room and I go, Daddy, Lucky had babies. And he goes, what? No. He walks in there.
How big are they when they're...
They're maybe that big.
Oh, wow. That's bigger than I would think.
Yeah, and she was even that big.
I'm thinking they were like that.
Yeah, that's what I
Holy
thought.
wow.
He said, them are some giant furry turds. I was like, Daddy.
Leave it to a man. Yeah.
Grandma came in,
my
and
God.
she's like, holy cow, it's a miracle.
And did you even know she was pregnant? Or
We didn't.
you just thought she was chubby? And
We thought we were overfeeding her because I gave her a food bowl and I just leave it in there and she just willingly eats. And they say that guinea pigs just eat and eat and eat until they kill themselves.
Really?
Yeah, that's what normal guinea pigs would do, I guess. My friend had one and she left the food bowl and she just ate herself to death.
Oh, wow.
And Lucky, I guess, she is really good at not doing that.
Wow. See, I've never had a guinea pig.
They're really noisy at night because they're more nocturnal, but they get used to the schedule you're on, so when you're up, they're usually up, and they're usually up all
Then
night.
they kind of fall into your pattern, I guess.
Yeah, they do. It's really fun. They know when it's bath time, and
How funny. Now, do you have to clean her cage every day?
it's
not too bad.
it's like once a week, probably once or twice a week. With her, sometimes I feel like it has to be every day because there's some days where she just does not stop pooping. There's other days she's really good.
And you've had her for how long?
I've had her for about, gosh, I think maybe, I got her a few years before Rocky died.
Okay.
So,
You've had her for a little while then.
yeah,
You're 15. So what did you say, at least 3, 4, 5 years, maybe?
she's about 5 or 6, I think.
Wow. Now, what did you do with all the babies?
We gave them to the guy who gave it to us.
Oh, okay.
I had Ginger, Midnight, and Oreo. Midnight was the only girl out of them all. Midnight was also my favorite. She was all black. There was this little white spot on her neck. It looked like a heart. I was like, oh. Lucky's got a black spot on her back, like a heart.
Yeah, my kids would love it. Yeah, I just can't do it. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm not we had a cat. She died last year. She got hit by a car. About this time last year. And I was like, okay, well, I didn't think it would bother me as bad. But then when it came time, my husband was upset. So I had to stay in that room when they came in to put her to sleep. And as soon as they walked in, I cried. And I cried, and I kissed her, and she purred and purred, and then just stopped. But it was horrible. I'm like, gosh, I didn't even think I liked her that. I mean, I knew I liked her, but I didn't know I liked her that much.
My grandma's cat. His name is Charlie. He's an old man.
Oh.
You don't like him when you first meet him. He does not sit still. He'll hiss at you and stuff. But when you start to pet him, he's just happy-go-lucky. He'll purr. He'll cuddle up in your lap. And
Charlie is his name?
Yeah.
I like that.
He's the weirdest cat. He has the weirdest personality.
Really?
Like, when I'll go in to take a shower, he'll follow me in there, and he'll jump into the tub with me, and I'm like, huh.
Really? So he likes the water.
Yeah, he adores the water. We'll go swimming. We'll bring him over to my stepdad's mom's house, and he'll swim with us. It is so cool.
That's crazy. Yeah, because they pay all the way back like cats don't like water. I've never had a cat that liked water, but I see like America's Funniest Home Videos,
Some cats
and I'm like,
too.
yeah. Obviously, he's cool with getting in the shower.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
amazing. He'll just jump right on in, and I'm like, okay, hey.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, all right. Here's the next one. When I grow up, I want to be.
Let's see. I always wanted to be a vet. I wanted to own like a farm, but also be a vet.
So you definitely want to be with animals.
Yeah, I love
You're
it.
an animal girl.
Yes.
That's my Emily also. Yeah.
My sister, she would she has you know how the actors in movies and stuff have their makeup done, how they look like they're wounded and stuff. My sister does that, and I used to want to be like that. I used to want to do that with her. She would take me on trips with her, and she would let me do the makeup with them.
And how old is
really
she?
good. I think she's 18, 19 now.
Oh, okay.
She'll come over to visit every once in a while.
And where's she live at?
Gosh, it is so hard to keep track. She
Oh,
goes
she
everywhere.
moves around. Okay.
I think right now she might be in. Gosh, I don't know. She texted me this morning saying she was going to be in Hollywood.
Oh, in Hollywood, California, or Hollywood, Florida?
I think Florida. She
Okay.
hasn't told me which one yet. She doesn't even know.
Oh, that'd be a neat job, though. Kind of like the traveling part, getting to see different places.
Her favorite part is meeting all the actors and actresses.
Yeah.
She loves. She met Will Smith once.
Really?
Yes, I was so jealous.
I love him.
My favorite movie with him would have to be Men in Black.
That was a good one. I was watching that this weekend. It's funny to bring that one up.
We love that movie. I'll sit there, the dog and the cat are on my left and right, sitting on my bed, and we're just watching it. Red has his head in my lap. The cat's like up on my chest. I'm like, eh.
That is funny. Yeah, I like him. I think I liked him in, I know this sounds silly, in I Am Legend. That movie
My dad
creeps
loves
me out.
that.
Yeah, and I don't know, it just creeps. I think about that movie all the time. And I
Me
heard
and
that
my
they're making
dad.
a second part to it, but, you know, I don't.
I tried to ask her. She said, I'm not going to tell you. I'm like, She never tells me anything about the new movies. She knows everything about it. It's so not fair.
Well, you know, see, that's an interesting job to have, though.
Yeah.
That would be cool. So you're thinking animals, that would be Emily.
Yeah.
Something, a farm, a veterinary.
I like being out in the
Assistant.
country. My friend, she took me to her aunt's
Love
house.
that.
She had goats, horses, pigs, everything. I was just like in heaven.
Isn't that something?
It was amazing. I told my friends and my boyfriend that when I get older, I'm moving to a farm.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends were just like, my friends don't believe it. And my boyfriend, he's just like,
Whatever.
he loves being outside in the farm,
Does he?
farming and stuff. He owns a few horses.
Mm-hmm. So he likes animals too.
He does.
Okay,
It's really
so
cool.
There's something you got. Now, he go here.
Yeah.
Who's your boyfriend?
John
John.
Bronte.
I don't think I know him.
He'll walk by every once in a while hugging me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You'll have to point him out to me. I don't think.
You'll
I'm sure
notice
I've
him. He's
seen.
always
Yeah,
next
I'm
to
sure.
me.
I'm sure. I just don't get the name and the face together. Well, you know, I'm
He's
sure
got that
I've
little
done
lip like this. Everybody likes to make fun of him for it.
Oh,
I like it.
that's people.
I'll tell, like, Victor, you know him.
Mm-hmm.
He does not stop. He likes to pick on me, John.
Really?
I don't know what it is about me that he makes fun of me. He just keeps saying, like, this guy, we were watching a video in this Colorado's class, and this guy he was building Mount Rushmore, and the bomb things went off, and he was okay. All he did was had temporary hearing damage, and his boots went flying off. I started laughing because his boots flew off, and Victor turned around. What's your problem? And what's wrong with your boyfriend? I'm like, what did he have to do with this?
That's Victor for you.
Oh yeah. He does not stop.
How many classes do you have with him?
Most of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you in class with him right now? Or maybe this is your break, huh?
One of 3.
Okay.
I even have to share lunch with him.
Yeah. Does he bother you all the time?
Yeah.
I mean, is it something I should probably go up and talk to someone about on the DL?
It's all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that because I used to have him. I don't have him anymore, but I
Lucky.
know. Yeah, I know.
It's Seth though. He's like.
Seth is another thing. I know you've had problems with Seth before.
Yeah, he stopped actually. He's become like my best friend.
Really?
Yeah. He's like very protective of me now.
Okay, so you guys get along good now, for the most part.
Sometimes,
Okay.
yeah. There's times where he'll get annoying.
Yeah, I can see that too. I have him in class, so yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, Seth is a nice guy. He likes that reaction effect. He likes to see what he can say and do to get a reaction from people.
He likes to get on people's nerves a lot. Poor Miss Baggerman.
I'm sorry, Justin.
We're doing our video. I can see you. Yeah, he is. Okay, so I know. 'Cause I remember before you guys had issues, but that's not so much of an issue anymore.
He's gotten a lot better.
And who else?
There's Alexis and Sean Bell. Alexis Watson.
Oh, yes, I know her too. And she gives you a hard time sometimes?
Gosh, yes. I'll just her boyfriend, Sean Bell.
She has a boyfriend.
Yeah, her and Sean Bell.
Okay.
He'll say hi to me and we'll kind of like start a conversation. And she'll just randomly snap. Or I ask her to leave me alone and she just snaps like, what did I do?
Wow. I forgot about Alexis being in your classes. How many do you have with her? Too many again, I'm sure.
I have, I believe, 2 away from her.
Okay, so Alexis, is she like an all the time person? Yeah.
Her favorite thing to do is get up in the person's face and encourage them to fight her. I just sit there.
Yeah. That's all you can do, really. I mean,
It drives me crazy like she gets in my face. 'Cause
what does she say to you?
she'll just go off saying random things. She talks so fast you can barely understand what she says sometimes.
Yeah, she is definitely. I don't have her, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Okay. So, okay, so 1, 2. Anybody else that bothers you?
Not really as much anymore.
Because you normally tend to keep to yourself.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes if you don't give people that reaction, they eventually leave you alone. Because then you're no fun. They got to go find somebody else to pick them.
Yeah, like one year back at Port Malabar, his kid's name was Dalton T. We would call him T because he did not like his last name.
Yeah.
It was actually Catty.
Okay, yeah.
And he would like make fun of me and my
What was
friends.
his first name?
Dalton, like
Dalton.
my brother.
Do you have a brother named Dustin?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And that's funny that you brought that up. Okay, go ahead.
He would not stop bullying me and my friend Morgan.
Really?
Yeah, me and her, we would just sit there, and we were in like 1st or 2nd grade, so we would bring our dolls on the bus and stuff, and we would start playing. He'd come and take the dolls out of our hands, start dangling them in front of us.
Just to aggravate you.
Yeah. And one day, I was just sitting there. I was older, a lot wiser, and he decided to take my friend's hairbrush. And I stood up, and I told him to give it back to her. He pushed me down in the seat, threatened to knock my teeth down my throat, and punched my knee. He actually hit it so hard it made it bleed.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make, you don't, because you never really seem like an angry person. So you're.
That's because I take my meds.
Oh, okay. I still say because you always seem very in control of things.
I'm really good,
Okay.
like when I don't take my medicine,
Mhm.
I'm really good at keeping control, but when people just start to get up in my face is where I kind
I
of,
think that's hard for a lot of people. It's harder to get in control than it is to lose control.
yeah.
You know? Now, what are you taking medicine for?
I'm bipolar,
Okay.
I have ADHD, and they said I have one other anger thing. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they said it was something with anger. Like I get really angry. Just somebody can say something wrong to me, and I'll just randomly. They said it's not bipolar because my dad and stepdad and grandma, they would all say bipolar. He said no, that's not it. I don't remember exactly.
And
what
you
he
take
said.
this, you take medicine for this every day?
Yeah. Unless I run out mysteriously.
Yeah.
My mom, when I was back living with her, her and her brother, they would take my medicine and they would just take it. I don't understand why.
Like they would take it, or you mean like leave the house with it?
They would take it.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Well, you
I'm away
know,
from her.
when you have ADHD, and I know this because of my son,
Very hyper.
yeah, and my stepdaughter, you know, my son was on medicine for that, and although now he's a sophomore, he's been off his medication for a couple of years, he is the most calm, laid-back person. Now, my stepdaughter is 10, and she's on medicine for that. And it really helps keep her calm and focused. However, what I'm thinking about is a couple years ago when I went, just a few years ago, I guess I went to give Brandon his medicine, and I was taking antibiotics. So I grabbed mine, I run out there to hand him his, and I realized I had just swallowed his. Like, oh my God. So I was like, oh, dude, well, so
Luckily for you, not much
don't,
happens.
when you don't have ADHD, it creates the opposite effect.
Yeah.
So what takes for you helps here.
Yeah.
I came to work la, 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 all day long, and I had to laugh at myself and tell my students that I just told them, and they laughed because I was like on all day long. By the time I got home and that medicine had worn off, I was exhausted. I was so tired.
Our medicine, when we take it, it doesn't quite allow us, it just takes away our appetite.
Yeah. Yes, that's another thing. So you don't eat a whole bunch when you're here.
Not very much. I try to force myself to eat, but they don't quite. The doctor says it's not good for me to force myself to eat when I'm on the medicine. He said that if I do, there's a chance I might get sick. But I try and eat because it's not good for me to not to eat.
And I've seen you come in before, because I remember now before that you told me a couple times, I forgot my meds or didn't have it. And you've been you're pretty good. You're pretty in control of things.
I try to.
And the medicine for bipolar, now you take that every day too?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you feel a difference if you were to forget it? Or not really?
There's a huge difference.
Really?
I'm just sitting in the corner. I usually sit away from the people because I know if I'm near a group of people, they're just gonna say something that'll make me snap when I don't take it.
But do you know how smart that is of you? Because you're not looking for trouble. You know, okay, I didn't take this today, so I need to keep myself separated so nobody ticks me off. I think that's awesome.
My doctor has asked the same question. He went and said, "What do you do if you forget your meds?" I say, "I avoid people altogether." He says, "I was going to tell you to do that." And I went,
I think
"Guess
that
I'm
is
smart."
an extremely wise decision because all of us, I mean, I don't, it has nothing to do even with your bipolar or not, because all of us are in moods sometimes. You're just easily aggravated anyhow. And the students that you're with half the day, more than half the day, really like to aggravate. So the idea that you're smart enough to just pull up, didn't take my meds today, I'm good, I'm just going to sit right here to myself. That's really a very good decision for you. For any of us, I wish all of us could do that.
Yeah.
But see, you take the time to think about it. I think that's fantastic.
sometimes I'm really amazed with what I can do. Like Sean, he'll notice I'm starting to get angry because my leg will just start going up and down.
Oh.
I start to do that, and that's kind of like a warning to people that I'm angry and you better avoid
Leave me
me.
alone.
Sean kind of realized that one day. We were hanging out at a skate park. I had ran into him, and I had just gotten angry, and somebody had said something about my brother that made him upset, and I'm really protective of my brother, no matter how much he thinks I hate him.
You love him no matter what.
Yeah, I tell him that all the time. And my leg was
You're
just going,
sweet like that.
and he just sat there, and he had said something. I don't remember exactly what it was. I just snapped, and he told Alexis one day to back off because my leg was just going, and she didn't back off, and I just yelled at her.
Well, that's something.
I don't.
That's
remember
fine
what I
that
said
you
now.
know that.